And a warm welcome to our viewers who are joining us for the 23 and under game today between New South Wales and Victoria. It's going to be a spectacular performance from both teams. We're live here at the AMMNA Championships from Nissan Arena in beautiful Brisbane. In commentary today, I'm Renee Pickering from the ACT, and joining me is Mr. Mitchell McBurney from New South Wales. Mitch, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me, Renee.
Great to be here. We're now entering day 5 of competition with teams gearing up for a few days of finals. The first centre pass will be just moments away, but before we kick off, a word from our partners and sponsors.
So when I was growing up, obviously loved footy. All my brothers played footy. I've got 5 brothers. They all played sport growing up, and we had a little club called Kelmsford Junior Football Club. Played down there all through my juniors. I got my sense of belonging, I guess, and made my friendships. I just love those memories of playing there. Got me where I am today, so it's it's good to look back on that. Yeah, obviously the Fair Play Vouchers is a great initiative. It allows any kids to play sport, gives the opportunity for them to go down to their local club, get that sense of belonging. Obviously there's a lot of kids in different circumstances out there in the community, so this gives the opportunity for any kid to go out and play, which is fantastic.
And we're back. Thanks viewers for joining us through the Queensland Suns Facebook page. Just a reminder that our live stream is 100% free, so please be aware of any scam pages that may be asking you to provide bank account details. They are absolutely fake. All live stream games are free through the Queensland Suns Facebook page. For today, please send us through any questions. Mitch and I would be more than happy to answer. But Mitch, I think it's time to announce the team list. We'll start with New South Wales.
Absolutely. All right, so in the goalkeeper position for New South Wales, we have Charles Amos. Goal defence, Riley Blewett. Wing defence, you have Charlie Rigby. Centre, Jake Bourchier. Wing attack, Jack Vimpany. Goal attack, Lockie Paolo. And goal shooter, Patrick Knight. And sitting on the interchange, you have Flynn Gibbs-Patterson, Brody Heil, Finn Parker, Jason Wormer, and Brody Petron, who you'll see in the interchange throughout the game.
Wonderful. And for our Victorian 23 and under lineup, in goal shooter, Tom Fisher. In goal attack, Brody McLeish. In wing attack, Harrison Lefebvre. In centre, Flynn Pospisil. I apologise for my pronunciation, folks. In wing defence, Zach Mobilia. In goal defence, we have Jake Novak. And in goalkeeper, we have Rylan Lavelle. Our interchange list for Victoria, we've got Raken Brody, Riley Colafeller, Terran King, Daniel King, and Shane Maniapoto. I wonder if we've got 2 brothers in this lineup, Mitch.
Keep it in the family, you know.
Absolutely. And look, most importantly for today are our umpires. We're joined today by Jessica Quelch, Sandy Dickey, and Emma Gregory. Just a moment now until the first centre pass. Great to see the athletes shaking hands.
A bit of camaraderie, healthy rivalry between these 2 sides in blue.
And tell me, Mitch, how have these 2 teams been going on tour?
So far, we have number 1 versus number 4 in this game. So Victoria has gone 7-1 in the competition. They've won 7 out of 8 games. And New South Wales, sitting in 4th position, they haven't got the win yet. So they'll be hungry for it to finish off their round successfully.
Absolutely. And having a look online, we can see that the last time these 2 teams met, we had a result of 53-33. So good to see, despite New South Wales not getting any wins on the board, they're still converting a bunch of goals.
Absolutely. And when you think about that, it's only 5 goals per quarter.
Absolutely. And we've got some athleticism to get us going here today. And a lovely contest early by the New South Wales goal defence in Blewett. Novak will take the ball on the sideline. Pospisil with a nice backspace feed, not to be. And a nice little offload. Should be a good finish. And there we are, folks. We're on the board. Victoria leading New South Wales 1-0. Ball in the hands of Paolo. And a little fumble, a couple of nerves here early today.
Yeah, I think so. Both sides having a few handling errors just at the beginning of this game. It'll take them a little bit of time to settle in.
Tell us, Mitch, you'd know this under-23s team quite intimately. Any insight from a fellow New South Welshman?
Yeah, I mean, they're a really great team. They've been fantastic for all of the sides in the state to train up against in the lead into the competition. They come from all different wakes of life. Lots of boys from different universities that have played mixed at uni games together. We've got 2 boys that have come across from the ACT, since ACT doesn't have a 23s team this year, so it's really great to see them take that opportunity. That's that goal shooter, goal attack lineup, Lockie and Pat. Yeah, we got boys that travel from country New South Wales to train once or twice a week. We've got Sydney boys. So yeah, it's a really diverse side, and they're led out there by great athleticism. Led out there by Tommy Portelli and Shane Clark, who were the successful coaching duo from New South Wales Mixed last year. They won a title together. And so it's been really great to get their mentorship, both specialist attack and defence players back in their own day as well, looking after these boys.
Well, I must say, Mitch, for a team that's coming in 4th at the moment, they're certainly not looking out of place here this afternoon.
Good touch
And
by
a
Charlie
great
Rigby there.
intercept. And no call. Umpires letting the contest go early. That's what we like to see.
That, absolutely.
Ball in the hand of Blewett. Borsha just right at the end of his reach, not able to pull that one in.
I think that they do call this centre, Jake, you can call him Boosh.
Oh,
Yeah,
Boosh.
that's his nickname.
Okay.
So you can call him Boosh, Booshy. He's from Armidale, plays AFL when he's not playing netball. Really great all-around athlete.
Definitely has the physique to match.
Haircut could be overdue, though.
Victoria just finding that circle edge nicely, and some great rotation from the shooters. Finish off with a really high shot. Mobilia putting on some nice pressure out the front. Wing defence having a little, New South Wales having a little bit of trouble hitting that circle edge. A strong drive there, showing some patience. High ball, unfortunately not to be, turned over by Victoria, and they're on the move. So Mitch, tell us, you're competing in this year's Open Mixed Division. How have New South Wales been going?
So far so good. We've had our own fair share of ups and downs this week. We've had, I think we're up to 9 games, and in there we've had 3 losses. So twice down to WA and once down to Victoria, but we got back against Victoria in our second match, which was great to see. So last match against your guys, ACT this afternoon, and I think for and against, we're going for that second position.
Oh, good for you guys. And I hear some New South Wales royalty has made his way back into the Open Mixed squad for this year.
Absolutely. We've got the tall guy up the back, Mr. Pat Pillier. Told me today he doesn't have a middle name, so there's some trivia for you.
There you go.
He's just had another daughter. So Dad's back out there playing. Really impressive to see.
Yeah, we love to see parents on court.
Absolutely.
I don't know how they get 8 hours of sleep and perform day in, day out, but this would be a nice break for Pat.
It's actually been amazing in our division. I reckon there's 2 mums playing in the Mixed Opens division, and I've seen them breastfeeding in between games, holding their baby. It's actually so nice that we can have people rebound from having a kid and get out there and play so well.
It's incredible. Whilst we've been chatting away here, Victoria's started to take a commanding lead on this game, and it'll be good to see New South Wales respond here with ball in hand at the transverse. Pat Knight presenting a really nice hold in the circle, but New South just making their way a little bit closer before they can confidently let that go.
Nice
and
ball.
Paolo does. Goal to New South Wales.
Keep an eye out for that really clinical Victorian box that they just played. Trying to get a bit of a squeeze, force the lifted ball.
And Lefebvre just putting on show the very traditional Victorian shoulder pass that they love.
Ball speed city over here.
Yeah.
Long shot, beautiful in goal. Nice give and go from Jack there. Straight into Pat.
Very confident backspace ball. Knight really reliable in the air. Great hands. And McLeish off the line. Taking quite a big load in the attacking end. Good to see from a goal attack early. Opening up that backspace beautifully for his shooter. And Fisher gets it done.
Clinical Victorians.
Difficult to beat, hey?
Hard to see them miss in any division in this competition.
Yeah, the rumour around town is 3 court sessions plus a gym session a week in the lead up to nationals.
Wow.
So absolutely no surprise that we're seeing these sorts of results from the Victorian squad. And another high ball. Knight's going to have a big day at the post if that's how every ball's delivered.
Absolutely. Lucky he's got pretty springy legs, that old Pat.
And Victoria finding circle edge, but not to be. The New South Wales defensive unit having a red hot crack. Ball there coming off the hands of Amos.
A little bit of argy-bargy on the circle edge there.
And a lovely strategic move from McLeish, getting himself a little bit closer into that nice mid-range shot where he's very reliable. Victoria leading by 3.
Lockie Paolo's been doing a great job getting over the line there. It's that second phase that New South Wales really needs to find some depth in, as opposed to looking backwards, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. If you were the New South Wales coach right now, any other words of advice?
Oh, don't tempt me. Nah, look, it's a 60-minute game. Everyone will play their part, so it might be a bit early to make any major coaching decisions. But in saying that, we have a rolling sub preparing on the sideline, coming into centre. I think that is Brody Heil.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest things about day 5 of an AMMNA competition is you see teams start to be a bit strategic around conserving players for the final series.
Yeah.
So we see rolling interchanges happening very, very quickly in these matches.
Straight down the middle channel.
Pospisil finding a really nice bit of space.
Yeah, great depth from the centre there. Here's that Victorian box we've already talked about. How do you open it up?
Well, you try and go straight through the middle of it if you can, but...
Easier said than done though, right?
Absolutely.
Beautiful shot from Lockie Paolo there.
Lockie obviously coming from a basketball background. You can see a lot of that replicated in his game style. Very, very effective shooter, particularly in the air.
And New South Wales Finn Parker's come on in wing defence. NSW netball royalty. Had the pleasure of coaching him myself. Taught him everything he knows if he plays well, and if he doesn't, well, never had anything to do with him.
I was going to say, what can we expect to see from him today, Mitch? But
Finn is a great athlete. Comes from a volleyball background, which is a slightly unusual kind of step across to netball, but he loves an aerial contest. He's got amazing closing speed, really confident up the court.
Oh, well, a lot of big expectations now, so hopefully we can see him deliver. And lovely from McLeish.
Yeah.
Flicks the ball in the air, knows exactly where his shooter's going to be and delivers with confidence.
Such great trust between those two. 10-6, 4 minutes to go.
I think we've got ourselves in for a cracker here, Mitch. I don't think New South is going to go down without a fight here.
Not at all.
Every time Vic gets one ahead, they're coming back.
Totally. And this could be a win for them. Victoria got the full court press on. 5 players in the middle of the court. Big arms, big noise. See if New South Wales can be patient with it. Break that zone. They're in the centre third now. They go back. Keep it easy. Now, will Victoria stay the zone or go to one-on-one? They stay in the zone. There it is.
There you go, he's collected.
New goal defence from Victoria. A lot of height there.
And ball going long into the pocket. Paolo will sweep, and he should confidently put up this mid-range shot.
Rock and release.
There he
Nice
goes.
lock-in. Let's see if New South can go 2 points in a row on this one. Jack Vimpany's been finding the middle of that centre pass pretty well.
Very reliable player, isn't he? Just goes about
Absolutely.
his business. That's what we love from a wing attack. Oh, and a great block. And Knight will finish that off. New South Wales 8 plays Victoria 10.
It's nice to see Pat doing a bit of shooting this week. He's traditionally been a bit more of a defender, so...
He
and
has
I know he's played a
been.
bit of shooter at in our AMMNA competition, plays Div 2 for Ramwick, played in the grand final. I think he's been a bit of a utility player for that team. Goal defence, goalkeeper, wing defence, goal attack, goal shooter. Very reliable. And such a nice guy. The best person you can ask for on your team.
He absolutely is. We're lucky enough, as you said, to have both the New South goal attack and goal shooter playing in the Canberra State League competition as well.
Nice.
Both play for the same club. And Knight is just as versatile in their environment as he is yours.
Absolutely.
But Knight and Paolo have had a little bit of time at domestic level shooting together too, so good to see that connection coming out here at AMMNA. And he'll finish.
He's been
New
shooting
South
really well,
Wales.
actually. The wipe the ball. A lot of feedback from the players at this tournament about these balls. A bit slippery out there, and in this Queensland heat, humidity.
Tell me, Mitch, do you think it's just a tactic to give ourselves a little breather, or the ball is genuinely sweaty?
As a centre, it's definitely a tactic. Need to get as much oxygen as you can.
I feel that in my soul.
Maybe a deliberate contest by Jack there, just to slow it down, give his defence a little bit of a chance.
McLeish, confident on one foot. Really using his body to move defenders.
Yeah.
Very effective. So, Mitch, I know we're early into this game, 14 minutes in, but is anyone standing out for you?
I think, for me, my comment would be that the Victorians are super consistent across the board. All 7 of them are having a really great game, and they're really playing off each other in a really balanced way. And that's a great thing to see in a game of netball. If someone stands out as a superstar, that can become the player with the target on their back. That can be the player that gets double-teamed, the focal point of the defence. So they're a really balanced lineup, and that's really, really impressive.
It's
Nice
definitely become a part of
intercept.
Victoria's brand, particularly in their open men's space. See, everyone just does their job, gets on with it.
What about you, Renee? Who would be your pick of this quarter?
Yeah, look, I think McLeish is really standing out for me, but Pospisil, that centre for Victoria, I'm loving the work that he's doing. Just workhorse in the middle, the engine of the team.
Yeah.
He's keeping everyone calm. He's communicating a lot on court. Oh, and a big ball goes over the baseline.
Good to have a
All
look
right.
at it with a couple of seconds to go. Can't hurt to give it a
Absolutely.
crack, you know?
Well, there we have it, end of the first quarter. We've got Victoria sitting in 12, leading New South Wales with 9 goals. We'll be back in just a short moment. welcome back. We are here with Victoria, New South Wales in the under-23s division of the AMMNA Championships. I'm Renee Pickering from the ACT, joined by Mitch McBurney, and we're heading into this second quarter with Victoria taking a 3-goal lead over New South Wales. Mitch, tell me a bit about what you've enjoyed so far.
So far, just pretty hot contest from both teams. A little bit of a shaky start from both sides, few handling errors, but I think both teams eased into the game really well. And they match up really nicely together. Like, you know, the Victorian zone and clinical play. New South Wales maybe a little more flair and risk-taking.
Lovely. And we've had a few interchanges. I can see that Flynn Gibbs-Patterson has come on into goal defence. Almost collected himself an intercept there, but not to be. Victoria will score. And
Jason Werner moving into the goalkeeper position. That's one Sydney Uni player for another, with Charles having a little rest on the bench. Jason's he's been playing a lot of shooter this week, but he's a great goalkeeper in the M-League competition back in New South Wales. Really, really awesome vertical. So this will make the backline contest very interesting.
On some great hands there.
Abilia loves those ones. Did a couple of really good ones in the first quarter as well.
We've also seen Raken Brody come into centre for Victoria. It's had quite a good impact early, and commentators curse as I say that, almost an intercept, but should be finished off by McLeish here.
And I think a fresh centre for Victoria as well. Where do they find these really tall, lean mid-quarters?
I think it's probably in the multi-million person population.
I think they have a really, really impressive cloning regime over in Victoria.
Yeah, they definitely, as you look through their teams, they're a very, very fit squad.
Hell ball, great pressure from Victoria there.
Things we love to see in an attacking unit. We're all attackers and defenders, right? We're taught at our junior netball ranks.
Absolutely.
And McLeish, ever reliable, shots
Surely
that
100% from McLeish so far. Really impressive stats.
And an impressive mullet.
I was just about to say, a less than impressive haircut.
I must say the haircuts and shoes on show this year are particularly impressive,
Absolutely.
Mitch.
Oh, well, we have the saying, look good, play good.
And the fake tans.
I take that personally. A little bit of a controversial umpiring call there. I think Lockie Fallow felt like he got bumped on court, walked out of court, and it was a throw-in to Victoria, but a bit of netball karma comes back the way of New South Wales.
Paola just swinging that ball across.
So we have a Brody, how many Brodies are? A Brody last name and a Brody first name, and we've got two Brodies in New South Wales. That's why we're getting confused.
Wow, okay, that makes sense.
Okay, there's 4 Brodies in this game.
We'll
Battle of the Brodies.
Surnames, that might make it more easy.
No, 2 of them are Brodies. That doesn't help either.
And Paola from mid-range. They should get that back. Oh, no. Victorian ball down the sideline. Paola just holding his calf. I have heard on the rumour mill that this New South Wales team is hosting 5 injuries at the moment, 1 tournament ending. So I think some sore bodies leading into day 5 of the competition.
So that must be Brody Petran with his polo shirt on the sideline. Not going to come on in this game.
So Victoria just starting to take a little bit of a lead here. Good to see what New South Wales does to respond. So Mitch, tell me, you would have had a pretty extensive prep season. For the viewers who haven't participated in an AMMNA Nationals, what does it take to prepare your body and your brain for what it goes through in a week like this tournament?
Yeah, I mean, we start trials from September the year before, and then usually teams are picked by October. And that's really when your program starts. A lot of running before, shoe off. Wow, way to interrupt my really good story there.
I was going to say, we'll pause for a moment.
Equipment time, some of our favourites. Back in the day, there used to be a tactic where you would rip your own back bib off and throw it on the ground to get a break.
I was going to say, I've actually seen an athlete take their own shoe off in front of an umpire
Really?
as a way to get the umpire to call time. a little loophole.
Let's not say what state they're from, shall we?
Thankfully, that wasn't him. And Knight sinks the shot. New South Wales coming back. Good to see.
So yeah, lots of running before Christmas. One or two court sessions a week and one gym session a week before Christmas. And then after Christmas, 2 court sessions and a home gym program for every single athlete. We've got a lot of athletes also training with Premier League netball teams in various combinations and permutations. Oof, bodies flying.
Fabulous contest there. Good
But
to see athletes still throwing their body on the line at day 5.
Absolutely. But you know, the standard is so high. It's the need to train a lot is really there in this competition, and you can see the athletes that are putting the work in. They can go the distance throughout the week and really perform on court consistently.
And tell me, how many years have you been in program now, Mitch?
I had my first nationals in 2008.
2008.
Yeah.
You're a veteran.
Absolutely. So my claim to fame is that I played in every New South Wales team that you can play in, from 17s, 19s, 23s, men's reserve, mixed reserves, mixed opens, and men's opens. Play number 86.
That is incredibly impressive.
Yep. Did an ACL, did 2 years off, but that was during the COVID years, so didn't even miss a nationals.
Oh, good
Lucky
timing.
me, in a way. Unfortunately, in good way, I guess.
And tell me a bit, I guess, in your extensive time in programs, how have you seen the landscape of men's netball change?
Look, I think every state has depth now, and that used to certainly not be the case. The tradition was that Victoria had amazing teams in every division, and the rest of us were sort of able to fill one strong team and then a lot of enthusiastic people beyond that. And now, just looking in every division, it's really hotly contested by lots of different states with really different kind of strength areas. I saw that Tasmanian men's reserve beat Victoria for the first time in their playing history this year.
That's
so
incredible.
Like, the depth from every squad is really, really impressive. It's great to have ACT playing in both the men's opens and the mixed opens for the first time this year. Super, super exciting. You're from ACT. How do you guys feel about all that?
Yeah, look, we are so excited. We're definitely ready for our elevation. Our mixed team has had a number of years of success, having played in a grand final back in Adelaide in 2022. So we were pretty confident after last year's tour that they were ready. Our men's team, it's definitely been more of a shock to the system than they were probably anticipating, but they've held themselves exceptionally, and it's been really, really wholesome to see the support from the other squads as well.
Totally.
I think every state goes through this transition. We're just doing it at present. But it's been exceptional, and it's such an exciting thing for our boys to experience.
And you guys have three or four teams, sorry?
We've got 3 at present, so
Yep.
open men's, open mixed, and the return of our under-17s team, which is a huge accomplishment for our organisation and something we're really excited about. They got their first win of the tournament yesterday against Tasmania.
So exciting.
So lots of happy tears in the squad. And whilst Mitch and I are just chatting away, Victoria also continues on their merry little way, pushing out their lead by 7 goals. But I don't suspect New South Wales is going to let that happen for long. Gibbs Patterson putting on a lot of pressure in that backspace.
Yeah, he got a good rebound just before, actually. So they're really good in the air, these 2 defenders.
Borscher with too much ball speed for his teammate.
Hey, and Renee, while we were chatting away, there's been a bit of an interchange in the New South Wales side. So Jack Vimpany's moved into goal attack. Boosh has come on into centre, and Charlie Rigby's moved from wing defence into wing attack. So showing off their versatility. Let's see if they can make it pay off, though.
Do love a wing defence that can swing into the attacking end. It's a very impressive change in mindset.
A couple of misses from the Victorian shooters now.
Yeah.
And Jason Werner showing his aerial strength there.
Gibbs Patterson will make his way down court.
Look at this Victorian zone. It's so active. They're contesting. And that's the kind of handling errors that a strong zone will force. Great composure.
And a great chase there. Not to be. Brody will take the ball on the sideline.
Let's see what the Victorian setup is here on their sideline throw-in. I'm thinking it's going to be a goal attack pop. Yep.
And a swing ball. I'd say that baseline's about to be hit. There we go. Good to see Brody coming across, always being ball side.
$10 the difference, 5 minutes to go in the second quarter. Little gut ball for Jack there.
A lot of hard work happening here. It's very impressive
Force the
vertical
high
lead.
ball, clean intercept from Brody.
A very
tidy work.
tall centre.
Yeah.
And a nice high release on the feed.
Tall and extremely mobile and agile. I wouldn't be surprised if you saw a player like Brody playing a goal defense position in an M-League competition or something.
So Victoria now sitting at 22 goals to New South Wales 11. Mitch, what do you think New South Wales could try to do a little bit differently to see if they could bring back this scoreline?
Look, I think that the first thing you have to start with is slowing Victoria down. They are so fast down the court, which takes a full 7-person effort. And typically the way that we set up to slow play down is that we get behind our player rather than playing in front, so they can't get depth. So if New South Wales could do that from a 7-person effort, that gives players like Werner and Flynn the opportunity to contest a bit more high ball. And sometimes what we talk about with contesting the Victorians is they play such tight structures that if you can kind of dislodge a structure a little bit, they might panic, they might throw something a bit unusual, make an error, and that's where you start to win the ball. Much easier said than done. Super clinical.
And a nice finish there, short range. All in a day's work for Victoria. Let's see if New South Wales can respond here.
Nice big drive from Finn there.
Rigby ball in hand goes high. And New South Wales throw in just outside. You can see the shooters working really hard to demand that space.
Hold on, Pat.
Some great patience on circle edge. Always very tempting to want to send that straight in.
Pat just moving off his hold a little bit early there, allowing the keeper to have a bit of space to contest in the air. He's got great aerial skills, so need to jam up that space a little bit more.
Yeah, always a tough job when you're...
Nice touch by Finn there. Finn in the tennis shoes.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of diversity in the footwear this year.
What's your favourite?
Oh, I've been rocking a pair of Nikes that I really enjoy. I personally moved to basketball shoes.
Yep.
For those of us girlies that have wider feet, they fit a little bit better than the Asics Net Burners. But great to see at Suncourt Teen Girls Cup, there's a lot of basketball shoes making their way onto the netball court, and similar with tennis shoes. So
Even in the women's, they're wearing the tennis shoes.
Yeah, little bits and pieces.
Well, funnily enough, I wore the women's Asics netball shoes this last season and absolutely loved them. And Asics came out with a men's netball shoe this year, which I'm playing in, and it's very, very comfortable.
Maybe I'll try that one myself.
That might be your next point of call. Little sideline spray there by Flynn. A little bit of a miscommunication with Boosh. Oh, Jack with a tidy intercept. Great closing speed. Let's see if New South Wales can consolidate this one.
Parker with ball in hand.
Very patient.
Rigby just trying to find his way to circle edge.
The work rate's good. Still got to come front, though.
Also just getting stuck in that pocket a little bit.
Yep.
Courtesy of the fabulous defensive pressure of Victoria.
Absolutely.
Something I always love to see these male athletes add to their repertoire is just a little fake, or as we know, a balk.
Totally.
Just something to shift the defenders around and give them something else to think about.
Especially with these tall, rangy defenders, they do want to have a crack at an intercept. So a big fake would be a great thing that New South Wales can do to clear that defence, get a safer ball into their shooters.
Very quick. Give and go to circle edge.
Maybe a little bit too quick.
Yeah.
Too fast for their own good.
A lot of communication happening on court. And Knight will go up. Throw in New South Wales.
2 seconds. That's why they're rushing. Oh, off the post.
And not to be. So we have Victoria currently sitting on 23 to New South Wales 12. The athletes will go away and have a break, as will we, and we'll see you in just a moment.
So when I was growing up, obviously loved footy. All my brothers played footy. I've got 5 brothers. They all played sport growing up, and we had a little club called Kelmsford Junior Football Club. Played down there all through my juniors. I got my sense of belonging, I guess, and made my friendships. I just love those memories of playing there. Got me where I am today, so it's yeah, it's good to look back on that. Yeah, obviously the Fair Play Vouchers is a great initiative. It allows any kids to play sport, gives the opportunity for them to go down to their local club, get that sense of belonging. Obviously there's a lot of kids in different circumstances out there in the community, so this gives the opportunity for any kid to go out and play, which is fantastic.
Let me show you how to get it like me, get it like me, cause the best is what I really might be. Let me show you how to get it. You wanna be like this, you wanna be like this. Want this to last for the rest of our lives. Without you there is no tomorrow.
And welcome back. My name's Renee Pickering. I'm joined today by Mitchell McBurney. We're commentating today's game, Victoria versus New South Wales. Victoria currently sitting with a commanding lead, leading by 11 goals, 23 versus 12. Mitch, tell me a bit about what you've enjoyed about today's game so far.
Oh, it's been exciting. We kind of expected a goal line difference of about 20 goals by the end of the game, given the previous game. So this 10-goal difference is kind of as expected data-wise. But I think New South Wales has done a pretty respectable job of being patient with the ball, getting to posts nice and safely. It's just this onslaught of never-ending Victorian zone defence that seems to be collecting up a lot of balls. So if they can break that, I reckon they could close the difference. But if Victoria sticks to their guns and stays clinical, I think that they'll be able to clinch it in the end as well.
Yeah, admittedly, I would expect with the strength of the zone defense that Victoria is playing, if they could convert some of that clinical defense into clinical offense, I think we'll see this scoreline push a lot further. So credit to New South Wales. They're, putting on a really good show, defensively putting on a lot of pressure and not really letting Victoria run away with this in the way that we know that they can.
Yeah, and Shane and Tommy have been rolling their subs pretty effectively through the middle of the court, getting nice fresh legs out there, and I'm sure they're giving them kind of instructions as to what specific moves they want to see from each player coming on each quarter. So they'll be having a look at how to break it up this quarter. What changes can you see, Renee?
Yeah, that's a really good question. Just having a look across the court. We don't have a huge number of changes. We do appear to have a new Victorian goal attack.
Miniapoto?
Hopefully we can see his surname once he turns around.
Miniapoto, Shane.
Wonderful. Welcome to the court, Shane. We're looking forward to seeing big things.
Hey, and we've got Louise Novak watching on from at home. I hope she's related to Jake Novak in the goal defence position. Great to have you watching with us. And Keely, we see you as well. Thanks for watching along. We also support we're Team Finn Parker out here as well. So.
And Paola has a ball at mid-range. We'll finish that one off to bring New South Wales back into the game. New South Wales trailing by 10. And Pospisil finding circle edge in that pocket nicely.
Great second phase depth.
Shooter not happy with the range. Will send it back out. Victoria will have another crack from the baseline. Pospisil really strong on his dictating effort, finding the space that he wants to be in. And a beautiful high release into King. And Rigby will get us off and running for New South Wales. Victoria again just applying that same zone defense structure.
Unlucky.
And Rigby will just walk in way to circle edge. Straight to Paolo, and I'd say this will go up and in. There we go.
Lockie is such a deadeye. He's so annoying to play against. I had to play against him at trials, and I was like, surely he'll miss soon. Not to be.
Yeah, I've tried to out-jump Lockie at a few games of social. You'd be shocked to hear that I was unsuccessful.
Great touch by Charlie Rigby there. Just plain old hands over. Good timing.
And some patience from New South Wales, which is really great to see. A change in pace will be really key for them, not to try and match the Victorians for speed, but change things up. And Paolo will find his way to the top.
This will be 3 from 3 for Lockie. It's a great start from New South Wales, closing the gap to 9. I think it was 11 at halftime. So that's 2 goals in a row, and now they've got the centre pass again. Let's see if they can make it 3.
And a beautiful high ball into the back space.
Could we have a comeback on our hands, Renee?
Things we love to see, Mitch. That is a beautiful ball.
2 pass play to post.
Wow. Lovely vision. Victoria certainly stamping their authority on the next transition. Anything you can do, we can do better. Victoria setting up this press again. Knight hanging in the backspace, perfectly read by Paolo. And New South Wales, we're on our way. Pospisil for the centre. A very, very fast second phase.
Yes.
And King reliable on the split. He'll sink that one. Rigby with the ball.
Bit of a risky high ball there by New South Wales, but enough to get the job done.
And a safe ball to short range. great contest there in the pocket.
A bit of argy-bargy from the two centres there. I think Charlie's an AFL player as well, so, and I'm guessing that given this Pospisil centre from Victoria is a Victorian, he's probably an AFL player as well.
Potentially. Kyle just getting a little bit stuck. There he goes. Found a space to come through. And a beautiful quick transition. Nice feed into the post. New South Wales 19, led by Victoria 27.
Breaking goal attack, Coach Killer. Greg Heinrich won't be happy about that, but he's keeping a very stony face up there.
And the Victorian unit is off and on the run. New South Wales responding perfectly by just holding things up in transition. Ball in the hand of King. And a very quick shot release, nice and accurate. Paolo just staying deep on transition, allowing his wing defence and goal defence to come down and give them a hand. Probably needs a bit of a breather for a hot minute. He's doing a lot of work down there.
We've got a fresh wing attack on for Victoria. I believe he played shooter earlier in the game, or maybe goal attack.
Very diverse.
Yeah, I think something really fun about the men's and mixed game is the level of versatility from all of the players. In women's game, you get a really high level of specialization, which is beautiful to watch. But it's really fun seeing these kind of hybrid athletes come through. Defenders playing shooter, shooters back to the mid-court. It's exciting to watch.
Less about execution and perfection and more about tactically outplaying your opponent.
Yeah.
It's a really exciting part of the men's brand.
Mismatches.
We do love to see the occasional goal shooter that will swing into goalkeeper just to provide a little bit of height in the other end.
And a little bit of entertainment for the people at home as well. Terran King with a big high hold there. I wonder if he wants the long bomb.
A beautiful fake. Get the defenders on the move. With some lovely footwork by King.
Set up a big screen in there to free up his goal attack as well. Second ball wipe of the game, so anyone that's drinking at home, you can have your second drink now. Finish your drink.
There's been more ball changes than mops
interchanges.
Oh, that's an unfortunate one, isn't it? When the call is not to the advantage of the team.
New South Wales getting a little jammed on the sideline a couple of times. I think Charlie Rigby needs to clear, make some room for Lockie.
This Victorian unit doing a really good job on that transverse at staying ball side, just completely eliminating any sort of reset option for New South Wales.
The thing that the Vics do so well is that they can contest very tidily. They do not give up contacts and instructions. They're very, very disciplined athletes, and it means that pressure just builds and builds and builds.
So, Mitch, we've had a little bit of time to watch both of these teams. Anyone else that's particularly impressing you at the moment?
I think Teron King, who's come on in shooter, has been really dominant out there. I think he's tall and strong, but he looks very nimble and has been very available for his team. He's also doing quite a lot of work to screen goal defense to free up the goal attack. So it's not super glamorous. It's not sinking the long bombs, but it's the kind of efforts that will really frustrate a defensive end, and it'll chip away.
And that is definitely doing very well. Victoria by 11 now.
There's the zone again. Well broken. Charlie through the middle. Timing error. This lanky goalkeeper's giving me Alistair Punchin vibes.
He's got a pretty good mentor, doesn't he?
Big hang time in the air over there. Fresh legs in the wing attack position for New South Wales, and it looks like Bush will come on in centre in a moment as well. Good interchanges by New South Wales. Flynn into goal defence.
Gibbs Patterson is another one of our ex-ACT athletes.
Ah, he lives in Sydney now, is that right?
He does, but he was a part of our underage cohort for a number of years, competed with our under-23s back in Adelaide. So we love to see.
Bit of a hybrid team, to be honest.
Yeah.
Good patience from Flynn there. Good choices.
Gibbs Patterson is a really strong athlete. Really nice, solid body, can cover 2 different court areas. So really impressive athlete. Good to see him performing.
I've had the absolute displeasure of playing against him at social Tuesday night. Shout out to Sydney Uni. He is a fast mid-quarter, very strong as well. So quite challenging to come up against for some sort of as dainty as me, you know.
I wouldn't describe you as dainty, Mitch.
Yeah, no one would ever describe me as dainty. That's true.
And King with a
Strong
beautiful,
rebound.
strong rebound. He'll finish it off.
New South Wales has done well this quarter to hold the difference. Only 13 the difference. I think it was 9 at the halftime break.
Definitely, Mitch. I'm sure in your many years at AMMNA, you've probably been a part of very successful teams and probably equally teams that have not done so well. As an athlete, tell me a little bit about how you go day 5 if you're not winning games. What's the best thing you can do to keep morale high and keep performing?
Yeah, I mean, a good coach will always focus on the fact that you look for the little wins. So whether that's play-by-play, individual goals, quarter-based goals. Once you start thinking realistically about the tournament and maybe you're not going to be heading towards that grand final, there's plenty of other things that you can focus on to make it a really worthwhile week. Critical thing is being able to socially stick together as well. You know, it can be really tricky to be a less successful on the court side, and that may show up off the court. But I know for a fact that this New South Wales, these boys are very, very galvanised, and I wouldn't be too surprised if Tommy Putelli and Shane Clark are playing it a bit smart here. And are going to creep up on this competition right at the end. There's only 4 teams in this division, so all 4 will contest finals. Seen a lot of rotation from Tommy and Shane. And famously last year when they won mixed opens together, they kept their cards very close to their chest, played some mind games, and came home with the title. So, you know, this game may not be a reflection of what the final series could end up looking like.
It's a very exciting part of men's and mixed netball. You never quite know until the 11th hour.
Totally.
And Knight will get on a hold there. He's demanding ball.
Lockie just hovers in the air, hey.
He's got some hang time.
And he's got that real basketball-y 3-point brick shot. Shout out to Caitlin Clark.
I'm just taking a moment here.
Our first mop. Perfect.
We're very excited.
That's a 2-finger sip, everyone.
My co-commentator from this morning was a mop boy for the Firebirds.
Wow.
So, yeah, his experience got a little bit of airtime.
Sabco timeouts.
Good to give the athletes a bit of a breather.
Absolutely.
2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Victoria leading New South Wales 36-22. King
Such a
very
strong take.
strong in the air.
Just really strong footwork, landing on both feet so he can pivot in, makes it a really close range shot, even though it looked like he received the ball quite far out in the circle there.
And ball with Gibbs Patterson. Looks for an option, unfortunately not to be. Held ball will be taken by Novak.
I feel like the options were there, maybe just a little bit of hesitation, as would be the case if you're being swarmed by Victorian defenders.
I think the challenge at AMMNA is, you know, that the first option is often your best option.
Yeah.
Because there's really something better coming.
Pinball through the middle of the zone there. Good way to break it. Oh,
And a
great
very
long look.
optimistic
No
ball.
goal.
Oh, and some theatrics from Paolo, not to be. King will take the ball in wing defence and start Victoria's transition. Pospisil just collecting that. Novak onto the transverse. And the ball will go high.
Charles Amos, great contest in the air.
Amos read that beautifully. He knew exactly what ball was about to be let go there.
First time I saw Charles play at Sydney Uni a couple of years ago, called him the librarian. He used to play with nice thick glasses on. But he's a real superstar athlete, to be honest.
Must have found some contacts
Absolutely.
between now and then.
Got a good optometrist.
He's actually got one of the hardest jobs on court today.
I agree.
Doing an exceptional job against King.
And he's had 2 nice little wins in the last couple of minutes, to be honest, so he's doing well.
As
New
we
South
see
Wales
here
playing
now.
what we call a pinball now. Just really short play.
Victoria there managed to get the entire New South Wales team into one half of the court. A very successful zone, but New South Wales just working their way through.
Oh, Charles with a 3rd win in 3 minutes.
And King producing for his team.
Shooters that defend. You called it early, Renee. That's another win for Charles. He's having a cracker.
A very vocal New South Wales bench now. They're willing their boys to get the ball down court. And let go. Well, the end of the 3rd quarter, we've got Victoria leading New South Wales 37-23. We'll be back in just a moment.
Let me show you how to get it like me, get it like me. Cause the best is what I really might be. Let me show you how to get it. You wanna be like this. You wanna be like this.
And welcome back. We have the New South Wales under-23s versus the Victorian under-23s. Victoria continuing to push out their lead, currently sitting at 37 goals versus New South Wales at 23 goals. I'm here with Mitch McBurney, open mixed athlete. Mitch, tell me, if you were the New South Wales coaching team right now, any words of advice going to this squad in the lead up to the 4th quarter?
Absolutely. Look, it's going to be a hard flog out there. 14 goals the difference with 15 minutes to go. Liz Ellis says 1 goal a minute is a deficit that you can probably make up, so New South Wales has got a hard hit out again ahead. I think the aim from them would be to have a patient approach, which so far they have not been able to do in this first 30 seconds here. But just not being intimidated by a Victorian zone, going around hands, bodying up, playing smarter, not harder. If they can chip away or hold this difference, I think that's a performance that they would be really proud of.
We've seen a whole bunch of positional changes for this New South Wales team. You want to talk us through what you're seeing?
Look, it looks totally wholesale out here. We've got Jason Werner back in the goalkeeper position, very, very dominant in the air. Riley Blewett into goal defence and Finn into wing defence, so fresh legs up the back line. Lockie Paolo, who was playing goal attack, is now into wing attack, switching with Jack, who was playing wing attack, now into goal attack, and Charles Amos, superstar keeper from the quarter before, sitting in the goal shooter position. What can't he do, Renee?
We do love a double ender. It's very impressive.
I think on the Victorian side, we have no changes in any of their positions, so they must have been really happy with the lineup that they did. I'm assuming that Greg's done a sort of a first half, second half team to make sure that he gets good consistency, good rotation, but allows his players to settle in for the quarters as well. Here we go, through the Victorian zone. If I had $1.
I know as a viewer, this zone is beautiful to watch, but I would definitely love to see a little bit more, versatility in Victoria's defensive structure. It would be good to see them toy with something else, but perhaps they're just making the final tweaks on this beautiful zone in the lead up to finals.
Yeah,
so.
it makes sense. I think people talk about efficiency in the end of the week, so playing the zone is a good way to slow a team down without flogging yourself in a one-on-one contest. So it might be a tactical choice by them to just slightly rest legs in the last of the round games.
And Posper still gets us going. A little bit of contact coming from Rigby, just letting him know that he's there on defensive transition.
How do you do?
And a possession call for King. We'll finish that off.
Travesty that the toss-up has been removed from the game, in my opinion. Could have kept it really exciting.
Mitch, you might remember there was a Nationals only a couple of years ago that I think we saw a toss-up in an open men's game.
In a one-goal game. It was a cracker.
I've never heard so much commotion from a crowd.
I think it was New South Wales, Queensland, and it was Chris Hall who did the toss-up.
It takes a brave umpire, and it's actually quite impressive. So, hats off. But yes, unfortunately, we've seen the end of the old toss-up. A very patient shot. New South Wales trailing by 15.
Untouched. Now it's a throw-in. Okay. Good contest by Riley there. He is playing Div 1 in our AMMNA competition in New South Wales. Plays in the inner west side. I think that they came away with the title this year. They might have come second. They definitely played a grand final. Absolute earmarked superstar, super agile, super fit, workhorse.
Blewett doing a really good job to run his legs, keep the defenders thinking. One of the best ways to deal with this zone is just run through it at full pace.
Absolutely. Run that decoy. Good patience. This is exactly what we talked about.
You're seeing Victoria move now to their man-on-man style of defence in the back end.
And they've pulled one of them out of play as well, so this is a way to make that goal a little bit easier.
Umpire looks to just be having a bit of a chat with Novak. Might have just been some confusion. A really fabulous change to the rules is allowing the athletes now to have some conversation with umpires in-game just to get some clarification on what they're doing, which is a really welcome change to our sport.
Big bomb backwards to the transverse line by the Vics there.
So, Mitch, with all the rule changes that we've seen over the last 6 months, how have you seen that applied here at AMMNA? Do you think the athletes have done a good job at applying all the new rules?
Yeah, I think I think that everyone's adjusted really well. Everyone's really taken their time to understand what the implications of all the rules are. I think that, World Netball has said that it is very much a simplification of the rules and making things clearer as opposed to any kind of tactical rule changes. The short pass, but getting a bit more length to it is a good rule for the game. No more toss-ups, devastating loss, obviously. The tactical changes, but we play rolling subs here, so it's not as exciting.
Amos collecting that nicely. A little bit of defensive work in the attacking end.
Good gut ball there by Charlie. Getting a bump. Can he stand up? Can't throw from the ground. Sorry, Charles.
Probably wouldn't know that as a defender, unfortunately. Mostly happens to our attackers when they hit the deck and want to keep going. And Pospisil just getting his team on their merry little way. Very patient. Sends the ball
Very
back to King.
athletic.
Novak coming through. Not able to collect that one. Rigby will take the ball. Parker demanding ball from his teammate. And blew it in there to give them some help on transition. Knight just not quite enjoying the lack of contact goal there.
Jason. Big shrug, big sigh. Obstruction goalkeeper.
Would have probably liked to seen the goal attack just put the ball up there. He was definitely within his shooting range.
Totally. And the score would be the time to practice those rangy shots as well.
Just sharing the love in the shooting circle, and great job
Tidy
from
little
Blewett.
touch.
Trying to get the commentary team in the mix too, which is appreciated. Almost landing on our bench.
King, the world's tallest wing defence, in front of us now, ready to take the pass.
Well, the only way to outplay Paolo is get someone who's just as good in the air.
Hey, so what do you think about the change to the no more caution rule?
I think it's been fabulous. Netball at times can lack discipline, I think, across all of its brands. So I think this change in rule just really, really brings the discipline back into line. And set some clearer parameters with athletes around what will and won't be tolerated. I'm also a really big fan of the advanced rule being brought back in for things like delays or, behaviour that's just against the spirit of the game. So really great things to see from my perspective. I'm a big fan of all the rule changes.
I think so. I think making the stakes a little bit higher for all of those things. Oof, big body hit there.
Big hit, and Pospisil just
Looks
takes
like
it like a
nothing happened.
champion. I must say, Rigby's pretty uninterrupted too.
Yeah.
Two big bodies colliding midair.
Absolutely.
Which I'm really enjoying the work of Maniapoto there in goal attack.
Yeah,
I think
very
he's-
creative. Really great ball handling skills. He can go fast, slow, changing the tempo out there.
It's really setting things up for King.
Fresh legs for New South Wales. Heil into wing attack and Paddy back on into goal shooter.
Blewett doing a mountain of work on transition, really giving his attacking unit the best possible chance of a conversion.
Is that the wing attack, or the centre now playing goal defence? I called it,
You
didn't
did
I?
call
I said
Even
I
that-
wouldn't be surprised to see him playing a goal defence position.
It
And
is.
there he is, Brody in goal defence. Legs up to his armpits.
If only I could play centre and goal defence, Mitch.
You can, just not well.
Just not at AMMNA. And Blewett again, very reliable. You can see they're always looking back for where he is on that transverse line.
Nice control there from Jack, just stamped the ball on the ground for a second there.
And a nice little feed. Oh, great work by Brody. Almost collected that.
It's a long way to the ground when you're that tall.
It is. Thankfully, he's got those lovely long arms. Not too far.
Oh, headshot.
Oof.
And an obstruction.
We love the effort, though. Bush has been running all day. He's
He
doing
has.
a mountain of work in that
He's-
midcourt.
Gutsy as. High shot from Maniapoto. So this is that 20-goal difference that we saw from the first game. So I think last 5 minutes, will it be Victoria doubling down, disciplined, or will it be New South Wales with a late surge just to get some confidence back in there over the back?
And King in that wing defence bibs. Double Kings on court. The other King goes for a high ball, not to be. He'll draw the contact call and we'll have another go.
I'd love to see Jason Werner showing us a bit of a hunt out there. He's done it to me. He's left me on the floor a couple of times, so I know he can do it. Let's see what he can come after. Oh. That is such a confusing situation.
So the
He
feet
was
were never
already on the ball,
floor.
on the floor, and then he caught, and then he caught the ball, which I think you would be allowed to do, but he had to get up without stepping to pass the ball off, which he did try to do, and I would have said he was off the floor. His butt was off the floor.
I definitely would have said the feet were never on the floor in the first place.
Yes, I would agree with that.
A great collection by King.
Daniel
Lucky
King.
neither you or I are umpires.
No, it would be game on from us.
Pospisil working so hard. Maniapoto, very creative, finds backspace, big split. No, not to be. He'll take the mid-range shot. King presenting an option. He'll collect it and just finish things off for his teammate.
Hope Greg Heinrich puts that down as a pass. Hard to tell, though. He's got a big smile on his face, so I'm thinking it wasn't.
Kyle very unassuming in that wing attack position.
Just rushing that feed a little bit. I think you mentioned earlier, it'd be good to see a few more fakes coming through on the circle edge, get that defense moving, and then sling the ball to the safe side of the attacking player, as opposed to throwing a 50-50 up in the air. Come on, let's see a long bomb here. For two.
I was talking to a fellow commentator this morning about the introduction of the super shot into AMMNA netball. Yes or no?
I'm a traditionalist, so I think no. I don't love all the theatrics of the 5 minutes and all this kind of thing.
I tell you what, though, Mitch, I'd love to see Eugene Lee with a 1-goal difference, 2 minutes to go, ball in hand, long range.
Yeah, but wouldn't you like to just see him do it twice? That's what you get from a 1 point. Had a great game in the men's opens last night.
That was
Even,
fabulous.
38 all. And it just went up and down the court for about 2 minutes at the end there.
Speaking of, only 2 minutes to go in this game. Victoria currently sitting at 49 to New South Wales 25. And New South Wales will slot one more. Oh, not to be. It's
Contact
turned
goal
over.
shooter at the last second there.
Knight looking very confused, a little bit frustrated. It is pretty loud in here. Sometimes hard to hear what the umpires are saying. But not out of play.
Good cutback from the wing attack there.
Oh, and great
Contest in the
defensive
air.
pressure. Borsha tries to collect it. As he looks up at the clock, only a minute 45 to go. I'm really enjoying some of the positioning of the New South Wales defensive unit. They're finding that front space. It's just that unfortunately Victoria is so strong in the back space as well.
I think that New South Wales...
That was exceptional.
New South Wales done a good job of kind of contesting the first setup from Victoria. Plan A, if you will, but I think the Vics are pretty smart. They've got plan B, C, and D in their pocket as well. The crab, a classic.
Oh,
Touch from Jason.
lovely. 1 minute to go. We'd love to see New South getting one more on the clock.
Zip it, centre, the umpire says. That's enough from you. Ooh.
And unfortunately, grounded foot was just in the goal
Yeah,
thread.
right.
We've all done that one. Pospisil on the shoulder pass. Gets it going to circle edge. And will we see King? No, he'll pass off for a mid-range shot. 30 seconds to go.
Ooh. Got to keep the passing discipline no matter where the clock says. None of this loopy stuff.
Bruce Patterson just willing his team. Try and go for one more. 5 seconds. And a lovely delivery into short range. And
Surely
that's
the
all.
goal counts.
The goal counts.
Yeah, nice.
And that's the end of the game for today, folks. Victoria 51 takes down New South Wales 25 in the under-23s division. I'm Renee Pickering from the ACT. Mitch, I'd love to hear a little bit from you about your unofficial MVPs for today.
Unofficial MVPs. I think both sides had some pretty great players in all positions. Nice interchanges from both coaches. My favourite standout is going to go to Charles Amos, who's had a real cracker in the goalkeeper position in the third quarter. I thought he created a lot of pressure. I thought he did a lot of damage back there. So really proud of his efforts. I know he's played both ends of the court, plus a little bit of wing defence at this tournament. So great versatility from Charles out there. What about you, Renee?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of Brodie McLeish. I think he had an exceptional game in that first half when he was on the court. But shout outs to my ACT boys. Gibbs, Patterson, Paolo, Knight. We love to see them competing in the blue. So yeah, that's all from us today. Thank you so much for listening, guys, and stay tuned for more netball.